It's not like yesterday. I said, fire department, y'all.
Hello.
Sir?
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, nice
now,
to meet
I
you.
apologize. First name again?
Sivad.
Sivad
Yes.
Johnson.
Sivad
Sergeant
Johnson. Yes.
So, Sergeant, you want to have a seat?
Absolutely.
All right. So, Sergeant Johnson, you want to hold the mic up? So
Okay.
We're actually being recorded.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Oh, he does. Oh, all right. See?
Don't
Look,
need
we
it?
can't hear it. We
Okay.
can't hear it. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll use it. Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Why did you choose to go into firefighting, and how long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been doing firefighting for 24 years come this August. I'm second generation. My father was a firefighter most of my childhood. He retired from the fire department when I was about 20. And it actually wasn't even something that I planned to do. I was a mail carrier at the time, and it wasn't really quite the right fit for me. He told me they were giving out applications for the fire department. I put in an app and they called. And I guess 24 years later, it must have been the right choice.
24 years.
Yes.
Now how many more years do you see down the horizon for you? Because 24 years is a long time to fight.
Man, it is.
But we love to keep that experience.
Yeah.
What do you look
you
at?
might get this experience 1 to 5 more years. I'm looking at 30 or less, you know.
Okay.
I can leave in 25, and I may stay a little bit after that, but I'm starting to feel it's time to open a new chapter.
I was going to talk about that. So you're a younger guy. So what would that next chapter be?
Well, I've been drawing since I was probably 4 years old, so I do artwork and stuff on the side. I just launched a Positive Detroit clothing line last year, t-shirts and stuff for men and women, and I would love to segue into that because I can draw a lot longer than I can fight fire. Yeah.
Sure. So you have the clothing line now?
It is out, yes.
So we need to know about this.
Absolutely. And I'll make sure I get you
2X.
a 2X.
There you go. Let's go ahead and say it now.
You too, for sure. Absolutely. I got you covered.
All right,
Yeah.
my man.
Men's and women too, so yeah.
So we would love to know. So that's the kind of information we would love to know. Because
Absolutely.
you also are not just a representative of the city of Detroit. You also live in the city of Detroit, not just anywhere in Detroit. Where do you live, sir?
I'm in District 1.
All right. See what I'm talking about? Look at that. Look at that. So you've been in District 1. How long have you been in the city of Detroit?
I was born and raised in Detroit, so I went to school at the Meyer, which used to be Redford High School. Yeah. There we go.
We have one of those.
All right.
Oh, we have 12 in the room.
There we go.
Yeah, my husband went there too.
That's right. Yeah, I got a couple of bricks from the place when they tore it down before the Meyer.
Wow. So what do you think? What do you think about that? I mean, we talk about that a lot. You know, it's hard sometimes, and when you have a lot of folks, part of the conversation you have when we start talking about people who used to live in the city of Detroit, they're angry and they're mad because why did you let our city get that way? Folks left, and then you have folks who live in the city say, well, you left, you don't have a right to say anything. Someone who went to Redford High School, I'm sure you have a lot of memories there. We remember what it looked like 8 years ago, but now with it being rehabilitated, now turned into a shopping, how does that feel when you drive by, just in your general feeling?
I like it. I mean, sentimental value of losing Redford, but they represented there. There's some clothing there. They have a couple of things in there that say Huskies. I like that the police department, the station is there because the old 8 precinct shut down, and it's really good to see that one there. I shop at the Meyer all the time, me and my family, so I don't just drive by it. Many times we drive there, we shop there. And I'm a community guy. I've been here, like I said, maybe 2 years I lived in Southfield way back and moved back here. Yeah. It's negligible. Yeah. But I'm here. My station is here. I was on Finkel and Greenfield. I actually worked at Grand River station right next to the library when I first started. When I first made sergeant, I was shipped to the east side, Houston and Grand Whittier. I got demoted during the whole bankruptcy thing, and it was re-promoted about 4 years ago and brought back west. So my fire station's in the 1st district. I'm in the 1st district. I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
So let me ask you this. So what are some of the things that, as your years of experience as a firefighter, that you would like to, when we got people watching today, people in the audience now, go home and tell folks, what are some of the things you want people to know about fire safety and prevention?
Oh, there's a lot with fire safety and prevention. Well, the two biggest things that I look at now when I go in and I see where there may be a deficit is with children and the elderly. Sometimes the young ones don't know what to do or not do, and I think unfortunately sometimes the elders may forget some of the better practices. Children definitely can come by any of our fire stations and find out some things that they should do. I think they all know the stop, drop, and roll thing, but sometimes I have a 15-year-old and she's doing laundry and certain things, and I tell her always clean that dryer trap out. That is something that gets overlooked, and we've been to so many house fires just from that. It's so simple. Change it every time, and you get used to it. It's a pattern, and it could save your household. It could save your family members. But definitely, anytime that we're able to talk to people about fire safety, we do it. We have a program where we go out and do it at schools. I volunteer for that. I like stuff like this here. I open the doors to the Firehouse anytime I'm there for anybody that wants to come in, and we'll share all the information we can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you talked about fire safety and prevention for the community, but we are also concerned about your safety as well. You got some equipment here, so can you walk us through what you have?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I heard it's something like 30 pounds of equipment, 15 pounds, 800 pounds of equipment.
Well, the air tank is 30 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds.
Wow.
The fire gear that I have here, my helmet, my bunker gear, my coat.
You wanna hold it up?
Sure, yeah, I'll hold it up. This is our, this is our, on the spot. This is my helmet. It started out really bright red like a fire truck.
Oh, wow.
You can't tell now, but I won't clean it. That's kind of, it tells a story. So all of the little nicks and everything in it, I earned those, and I'm keeping it this way.
Now, when you retired, did you get a chance to keep any of this stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Helmet, yeah. I have to turn in the gear here.
Gotcha.
It's city-owned, but I'll borrow it. I'll use it. I'll season it with some smoke and stuff.
Gotcha.
But our bunker coat, and we have bunker pants here. I'm sure most of you have seen this, if not in person, on the TV shows. Basic. When that alert goes off, we have about 1 to 2 minutes to get dressed. A lot of guys are good. I remember being in the academy, we used to have races to see who was the quickest getting fully ready. But you put it on, you run up, you wear this basically through the day. When the bell goes off, we come, kick our shoes off, hop in here, pull this up with the suspenders, the boots, the gloves, the helmet. We have a little, what do they call it? A Nomex hood that helps protect the area where the mask does not cover our face. There's a little area that's open here. I've had a couple of burns by not having that mask on pretty tight. I learned the hard way, but I'm still here. I'm okay,
Now, how prevalent are injuries, though?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
How prevalent are injuries in your profession?
Unfortunately, injuries are very prevalent in my profession. It's really kind of unavoidable. The job we do is dangerous. With all the training and all the precaution, things can happen because every fire is different. I can pull up to one and think this one looks like that last one. I can pull up to the same house. We had this fire yesterday and we're back here. Well, it's a different fire. There's different things to deal with in there. Sometimes the floor can be compromised from a fire before. And now that floor that I walked on safely 2 days ago is now brittle. So we all, we have guys get knee injuries a lot, back injuries, shoulder injuries, minor burns. Sometimes guys get really bad burns. Unfortunately, we had a young guy who he fell through a floor and he got some pretty bad burns, had to get some skin grafts and stuff, but he's okay. He's back on the job. That's the main thing.
And that's what we always should lift you up, because there's a lot of times we don't know the type of injuries that you all have. Just because you're walking around with all that gear, we think you're like superheroes. And the one question I always have, and I had this question when we had the chief of police down at the city council, as well as Fire Commissioner Jones,
Yes.
ask about for you guys, because you see a lot of stuff You know, there are times where I'm sure you see bodies inside of homes. You see tragic memories that are destroyed. You see the outcome of it when you see it on the faces of the people there. How do you all debrief and get rid of some of that stuff? What do you all do? For instance, what do you do personally, and then from the department standpoint, is there any type of program that's available for you all to decompress?
Well, yeah, we do have a wing in the department that comes out for grief counseling. Anytime we have something that's out of the ordinary, maybe a multiple death type situation, we'll call our counselors out and they'll speak with us on the job, see if you're okay to make it through the rest of the day. Sometimes guys have decided not to stay, or we can see it in there. A lot of things with us, it's family. We work with each other 24-hour shifts. We eat, sleep, we fight fires, obviously, and we see other things. We get to know each other as friends. I have quite a few lifelong friends that even beyond retirement, I'll be friends with them because of what we've gone through. For me, I try to compartmentalize some of the things and try not to make it so personal. I had a very bad vehicle accident right here on Grand River in Lasser about 10 years ago, where unfortunately a city bus ran over a person who was crossing the street. And anytime I drive by this intersection, I kind of get a little picture of that, but not so much where it's, the best way I can say it, they kind of fade away, but they never go. It's, all of them are back here somewhere. And sometimes simply driving by an intersection will bring that memory back up. Not as graphic as the day that I saw it, but for me and the guys that I work with, we talk to each other. We trust each other, we get to know each other well enough where you can kind of see a person's body movements and the way they're acting a few days after, and you can tell something's not quite right. You pull them to the side. Because some of the pride thing in firefighting makes you want to not say things, but we are human first. And my big thing is to talk to people about it. We had a young man who just started last year respond to a medical call, which we do now, and the infant they were working on, he found out was his best friend's baby, and unfortunately the child didn't make it, and it really messed him up because he has a child at the same age. So him and his friend had children, and he found out later at the hospital this is indeed his friend's daughter. So we called the counselors in, and they let him go home. It was the right thing to do. I told him that if he wanted to talk about it later that day, a week later, a month later, whenever, I'll sit and talk. I can't say that I know what he felt, but I'm here to listen.
So as you know, you said 20, how many years again?
24 in August.
24, I
yes.
25.
Yep.
24 years, you've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot, you've learned a lot, you've helped a lot, and you're a legacy yourself. You have any kids?
I have two children, 15 and 8.
Okay, so 15 and 8, they come to you and say, Daddy, I want to be a firefighter.
No.
That's all I'm going to ask you.
No.
What's your response going to be?
Well, Dad did it, Granddad did it, your uncle, my brother actually did it as well. He left the job early. But I said, there's 3 in the family. You want to hear fire stories? We'll tell you all we can tell you. We'll go see fire movies. We'll watch Chicago, whatever on TV. But no, no. I think like every parent, you want your children to do better than you. And that's not to say that this is not a great job, because it is. It's a profession, it's a family, it's a great career. But I've already kind of pegged what my children's gifts are, so I'd like to steer them in that way.
But that's the other thing, you don't want to force it either. You don't want your father, come on, you can do it, Daddy, I don't want to do it. Do it! Yeah. And it messes up their whole
It doesn't work that way. Yeah, that's backfire.
Well, we appreciate you. That's all the questions I have. I run my mouth. I mean, you've been awesome. So, Aaron, I'll give you this mic, and we'll give the community an opportunity to ask you a few questions.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm familiar. I live right over here, and I hear your sirens all the time, and I think, oh, those poor guys. I'm familiar with the station up here. I've gone in and given them plants and stuff for their garden.
Thank you.
And I've come to find out just how much you guys have to pay out of your own pocket for things, which I find appalling. I mean, I don't think they pay enough, and that you have to provide, even I was shocked, but most fire departments, they have to provide food. Do you take donations from the community, or do you,
No,
are there certain things that you could things that we can help you with?
No, I don't want to speak for every fire station or person on the fire department. I do know there's a general feeling that the donations are welcome, like the sentiment, but we're prideful men and women, you know. We make things work. The stuff that the city does provide, we're grateful for. The things that we're able to bootstrap and do ourselves, we do it. Like I said, it's family. You know, we stick together, we do it.
They're all like this. They're all just, everyone I've talked to, I've never met a firefighter. There's just something about you guys. You're really special. And
Thank
I
you.
just want to say
Thank
so
you.
much
I appreciate
for
it.
what you do for us.
I truly do. Thank you.
Things going over there. Oh,
What does this mean? Everybody else. You get mad.
Hey, good afternoon, y'all. I'm Daniela Warren. I work in Councilman's office, but I have a question. Is it true that every fireman can cook, and what are the meals like in the firehouse?
That is not true. I've had some horrible meals in the fire station. Horrible. Yes, you know, every firefighter cannot cook, but every firefighter does have a strength. We throw everyone in the kitchen to see. I had to do it, and everyone else had to do it behind me. But yeah, some of the guys you don't want to give your money to. You'd be better off stopping at White Castle or something. But we do firefighters are known for chili. I think it's a firefighting thing. We've had chili cook-offs. We had a guy win a really big trophy. Oh yeah, ribs, and we can grill. I mean, we can do it.
and I eat, so call.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Come on by. Yeah, I've worked at fire stations with 2-3 companies, so 8 to 12 guys, healthy appetites, 2 meals a day. You can't mess around, you know. Can't come in with small pieces of chicken or fish or something. Yeah, the pots are humongous, the skillets are humongous, everything. But we burn, we do it. So make your way by. I'm sure guys would love to have you come by. Yep. Yeah.
Say what time? What time? Can? Okay, it was on the mic.
Could you talk about barbecue safety? Because people are using barbecues like on a frame house porch. You know, could you mention fire safety?
Oh yeah, barbecue safety. I would just steer clear of any grill type stuff where you have something covered. You know, keep it out in the open. If it's going to be in the front yard, take it off the porch. Don't have it over a covered porch. If it's in the backyard, you got an overhang over your garage, bring it out, you know, beyond that.
How many fires do you see as a result of?
Not as many as you would think. I think, so here's what I feel about it. When you're barbecuing, you're paying attention to it because you don't want to burn the meat you just paid for. So someone's kind of out there regularly. We get a lot of fires in the wintertime, the colder months, because some of the families that don't have the means to have heat on and stuff, they'll buy the kerosene heaters or the propane or the turbo heaters, and they'll put them inside. That's double bad because they heat up so much, and then too, carbon monoxide. And you know, I wish it didn't have to be that way, but it does. We get the call, we respond, we do what we can when we get there.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Sarge, we want to thank you for joining us today. Y'all give it up for Sergeant Johnson.
Thank you.
Sergeant Johnson for coming by. We appreciate it. This is something that we try to do, and you're a member of the D1 community, so we want to make sure that you have all the information that we provide, because you know, though you work for the city, I know sometimes when you want to just relax and still know what's going on in the community and surrounding areas. So thank you.
I like it. I'll be back, definitely. Thank you.
so much.
Thank you all.
All right. Sergeant Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Go Huskies.
Right.
We get a picture.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
oh, picture?
We want to time you getting into that outfit.
That work? No, no, good. All right. Yeah. We good? Thanks a lot, man.